Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about Celeste. So who is she, what she does, how to get the DIYs, all that sort of stuff. So this is actually a video that you guys asked for, so I've spent a couple of days kind of collating all the information and bringing it to you today. So Celeste, a bit of a fun fact for you, is Blathers' younger sister. And in previous games, she used to be usually based in the museum itself, and she used to help you identify the different constellations in the sky. And you also, especially in Wild World, I know for sure, you used to be able to make your own constellations, which was pretty cool. And actually that's a feature that I miss. I would like to see her, offer that back, maybe at some sort of way, maybe for an event, or I don't know, I'd like to see that definitely implemented back. I quite like that feature. But in this game, she appears as a random NPC on your island, and she gives you the DIYs that require the Star Fragments. So, she'll appear randomly after 8 PM. Now, if you have a meteor shower, so if you've had the announcement in the morning saying, yeah, we've got a meteor shower, and the islanders are all talking about it, you can pretty much guarantee you'll see Celeste that week or on that day. If you haven't had a meteor shower for a while, like I've not had one now I've had one in 3 months of playing. But what I do find is that on a very clear night, you'll get random shooting stars, and sometimes that's when Celeste, that's when Celeste then appears. Just completely randomly, so you have to do a bit of a wander around your island after 8 PM to try and find her. But yeah, she's usually about somewhere. So when you do find her, she's there she usually tells you about the Zodiac or things like that, and she'll give you one DIY recipe per time she visits. Now the first ever DIY that she gives you is this star wand, and then after that, when she visits you and it's within a Zodiac, so for example if you're in the time frame for Aries, the first DIY she'll give you is the Zodiac DIY for the specific time that you're in. So for example, if you're in Aries, she'll give you Aries, or if you're in Taurus, she'll give you Taurus. And then the second or third or whatever time you see her, after that initial time she's given you the Zodiac DIY, that's when she'll start to then dish out random DIYs. The DIYs are split into 5 categories. So you've got the wands, which include the star wands and things like that. They're not the only ones that are in the game. Obviously you've got things like the fish one that you get from the fishing tourney, but this list that I'm bringing up are the ones that Celeste is able to give you. Then you've got stars, and this is for me one of my favourite categories because it includes things like the nova lights, the moon, the lunar chairs, all that sort of really cool stuff is in that category there. Wallpaper and flooring, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's all kind of space and star themes. Some of them look pretty cool. Space, this is another one of my personal favourite categories because this includes things like the UFO, the rocket ship and all that sort of stuff. And then finally you've got the Zodiac category, which like I spoke about then, is the ones that give you the specific pieces of furniture depending on the Zodiac time that we are in. I'm not too bothered about this category, but I have seen people use some of them pretty creatively, especially the Taurus ones and stuff. They've used it as to look like buffaloes or whatever in their farms, which it looks pretty cool to be fair. So yeah, like I said, I've obviously bring up all the different lists of DIYs for each category on the screen so you can have a read of them. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Like I said, you can only get one DIY per visit. However, you can also get a DIY if Celeste is visiting another person's island. So if you go to your friend's island, Celeste is there. If you speak to her, she will give you a DIY. and it's not necessarily the same DIY. It will vary, you know, it depends on, you know, if that's the first time your friend's seen her in that time period, and she'll get the Zodiac one, whereas if it's your second or third time, then you're obviously going to get like a random one from those other categories. But yeah, so it's definitely worth it if you're like keen about collecting these DIYs. It's definitely worth kind of having a chat with your friends, or keeping an eye out on Facebook groups, Twitter pages, things like that. See if anybody's like letting people on to speak to Celeste. In order to kind of make these DIYs, if I show you on here, I've only got a couple because I slack. I don't normally play that often after 8 PM. So these are some of your DIYs here. So you can see the kind of ingredients. So on this one you've got a large star fragment and star fragments. So they're just total chance when you're wishing on shooting stars. You'll have an assortment of these fall on your beach the next day. And you can see that one there is a Gemini fragment. Again, that's random as well, and it will only fall depending on what kind of Zodiac we're currently in. So at the minute we're in Gemini, so we'll get the Gemini fragments. But if we were in, like last month or whatever, when we were in the Taurus kind of time, it was the Taurus fragments that was falling. So it's worth trying to get shooting stars all year round, because then you're going to have a good supply when you do eventually collect all of the DIYs. So quick, for you guys who maybe haven't experienced shooting stars yet, like I said at the start, there's two different kind of times when you'll see them. In a meteor shower, and in a meteor shower you see absolutely tons of them, and just keep wishing on them. I think the max is like 30 fragments that'll wash up on your beach the next day, so keep wishing on those stars. So all you do is just running around like this, and you'll hear like a little twinkle. It's like twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. So if you just push your camera up, make sure you've got no tools equipped, and then press A, and your character will like prey on the shooting star. I think I've actually got a video from the last time I had a meteor shower, so if I have, I'll drop that clip in when I do the editing. So if you've got a meteor shower, it's pretty easy. You can literally just stand here and keep clicking. You'll get about 5 a minute at least. You can soon rack them up. If you've not got a meteor shower but it's a super clear night, you will also get random meteors, but they're not as common and they're not as often, so you need to really be listening out for them. Not really, Goose, but how much? I'll spy them. So yeah, you need to really be listening out, because what you'll do is you'll hear that sparkle, and you need to look up quickly in order to be able to press the A and catch that shooting star. Because if you miss it, you know, chances are you're not going to get any more within that kind of hour, because it's just random. When you are trying to catch shooting stars, to play with your volume up, and if possible, try and stay away from i.e. speakers like this or waterfalls, because they are quite loud and it can make it really hard to hear the sparkle, because it is quite discreet. So try and stay somewhere that's relatively quiet, and then you can hear it and take full advantage of it. So, hope that's been useful. I hope you understand a little bit more the background now of Celeste and how and when she's going to rock up. So if you have found it useful, please get involved in the comments. Have you seen her yet? Have you not seen her? What DIY you most kind of wanting? I really want the moon and the lunar chairs and the Nova lights. They're like the 3 that I really want for my island. So I might have to start grafting after 8 PM. As always, guys, if you're new here, we do daily videos on this channel, both Animal Crossings and Pokemon. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it really helps the channel to grow and gets our videos out to more people, which is sick. And as always, guys, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you. Bye.